What's going on, guys? Laser here. Today I got a quick video talking about the new catalyst weapon that was announced yesterday, the Kagura's Verity. It's a weapon that's specifically designed for Yae Miko, but the passive is very interesting and it could be utilized by Ningguang. I've seen some people online asking whether this is a new best in slot for her, and I just want to answer that very quickly. Yes, it is the new best in slot for Ningguang, but only if you have Constellation 2 and only if you're fighting boss monsters. Let's take a look at the weapon and see why that's the case. Okay, so here we have the weapon on screen. You can see that it has 66% crit damage and 608 base attack. On base attack and secondary stat alone, this is pretty much the same as the Lost Prayer to the Sacred Winds, which just has 33.1 crit rate as opposed to 66% crit damage. What is unique about this weapon and what makes it potentially really good is its passive ability. At first glance, this is obviously designed for Yae Miko, who is meant to be using her elemental skill 3 times and then using her burst. But basically what this reads is it says that every time you use your elemental skill, you get an extra 12% damage the next time you use your skill. This stacks up to 3 times, and after using your elemental skill 3 times, you get a 12% elemental damage bonus, which can be applied to all aspects of your kit. Okay, so at C0, you're just not going to be able to use this weapon properly. You're going to have a 12-second cooldown. You're not going to be able to build up 3 stacks within the 16-second time frame. But if you have her Constellation 2, you'll be able to bypass this problem really easily. You'll be able to reset her cooldown after using her skill, assuming your shield breaks, and you'll be able to build up 3 stacks in 16 seconds. I'll show you how to do this in a second. So before we do some testing, I want to show you my build. I am pretty much maxed out on my Ningguang. I have a Lost Prayer to the Sacred Winds, and I am at Constellation 6 with fully maxed out talents. Alright, so let's see how this could potentially work. You're going to be fighting a boss monster, you're going to be on screen with Ningguang, you're going to drop your elemental skill once, you're going to wait it out a little bit, wait for that 6 seconds, and then use it again. You can see now it resets. I've now used it a 3rd time, I got that 12% effect, and I can use my elemental burst right after that, and I'll still be getting that 12% damage bonus for my charge attack. Now the challenge with using Ningguang on this weapon is that you're going to have to break her elemental skill, which doesn't always happen, as you can see right now. If you fail to do so, you're going to have to wait 12 seconds and then restart the rotation. It's going to be really awkward at times, which is one of the reasons why this weapon isn't ideal for Ningguang, but it can still be used. You can really see how annoying this problem is going to be when you're not fighting monsters with big hitboxes like bosses. Here I'm just fighting a Ruin Guard, and as you can see, I don't break the skill on my first use of it. This problem is even more apparent when you're fighting small monsters in domains. As you can see here, I use my elemental skill and it does not break. You can try to wait it out and hope the shield breaks from taking damage, but as you can see on screen here, it's pretty tanky. It's not a really reliable way to try to activate the set effect, so it's going to have its own issues. Okay, so concluding remarks, is it going to be a good weapon for Ningguang? Yes, it's going to be a really good weapon, but only at Constellation 2. At C0, I would still recommend using the Lost Prayer to Sacred Winds if you have that. If you don't have Lost Prayer, there's other really good options. The Solar Pearl, for example, is one of her best weapons, or probably her best 4-star weapons in competition with the Wid Sith. I really like both weapons, just the one problem I have with the Wid Sith is that 480 elemental mastery bonus, which is pretty much useless. And then with the Solar Pearl, this weapon is about as good as the Lost Prayer. It's just, it has low base attack and it doesn't work for her charge attack, which is one of the big parts of her rotation at C6. Overall, we're still waiting for a weapon that's truly designed for Ningguang. This new one, even though it's specifically made for Yae Miko, can be utilized on Ningguang in certain situations and will be a really good option. That's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.